that's funny. I wasn't even going to end it. And then I was like, maybe it would just whatever. So I have not heard from him. I do not know if he's okay, which gives me anxiety. And I don't like that I don't know if he's okay or not, ever. I don't care. Even when we're not talking, even if, like, we're broken, like, we're not going to talk ever again. You know what I mean? Like, I will still worry every fucking day, but I won't reach out to him. I refuse. I refuse. Especially with them saying, like, if I do this, if you do this, you do that, she'll come back. Fuck you. You don't know me. You do not know me whatsoever. You're hurting him. And that's not okay. That's not love. And it's like, oh, I'm going to do this for you so I can shove it in your face later and be like, oh, well, do you remember when I did this for you? If he had bitches in the back only using him for money and not actually loving him. I put a meme up the other day on my, it's a memory on my Facebook, and it's this girl getting arrested, and she's like jumping up and down. She's like this, and it says, me seeing my boyfriend's ex who hurt him. Like, you go and beat the fucking shit out. I would. No, I can't. I have a kid. If I didn't have a kid, I would. I'm not going to say what I would do because I don't want this to not be able to go up. But I do bad things. No, I wouldn't. I'd be really good, and I'd never do that because I'm not a bad person. But if you hurt my family, if you hurt the people I take care of, if you hurt mine, there will be repercussions. That's all I'm going to say. And it can just be with my words, and that's all I need to do. And I don't mean like call you out. I mean my words will do something that you wouldn't think ever could happen. Because I'm magical, and I'm a fucking nothing. No, I'm not. I'm a lot, but this isn't about me. And I haven't even really gotten to what it is about, but it's like you kind of need to know this story to understand why I'm saying this. And I wasn't even like thinking of doing this, but I was thinking about maybe if it gets into it like that, I will do it, but I wasn't trying to do this. It wasn't my plan originally. So, hold on. So that person, when he says things, it's really mean. It can be really mean. But I can be really too, but I don't do it anymore. I have recently, but I hate when guys are like, you're crazy, you're the problem. It's like, do you know what the fuck you just did that made me act like this? But I also know that you can't blame somebody for choosing the way you want to handle things. And that's what I'm coming up to. So it's like, I can't say that to him, but what happened is what made me act the way I did. And I didn't choose to, but I kind of did because I was being serious I was saying, I don't want a baby, I don't want a family with you, I don't want fucking nothing. Like, I want you out of my life. And I was being serious. I wasn't kidding. But then something happened about a baby, and hold on. Okay. And whenever something happens, especially the first time it ever happened and activated it all, it reactivates everything. And it's not that I go back to him, but then I want to help him again. I want to be there for him. I worry about him. I don't worry about him, but I care about if he's okay or not. But, like, I've never had my friend reach out to him before. And the only reason why I did was because of what happened. And I was trying to tell him what happened. And he wasn't answering me. I know he listens, but he wasn't answering. And I'm like, fucking A. And I knew what I said to him, but it's like, you know why I said it. Oh. Yeah, so he was helping everybody else except for me. But they were doing it for taking advantage of him. And I did not also ask him to help me do that because I knew he was tired. I wanted him to relax and be pampered. And like, I haven't seen him in a while, so it's like nobody has taken care of him. And I'm not trying to do it like that and me be the one that takes care of him, because believe me, it wouldn't be that way all the time. But when you don't see him all the time and you love him to fucking death, you want to pamper them. So like I do his toenails, but I enjoy doing it. Like like I rub him all over. Like we don't have sex in like a normal way. And people don't have the same experience with anything that we do ever. And nobody ever will. And nobody can understand our relationship, and nobody ever will. Maybe if it went forward now and he didn't let people like do whatever, people might be able to understand it better now, because there'll be able to be things that are able to come out more, and he won't lie. But the things that obviously he has told people that are romantic or sexual, like people don't want him to have that. Because like I remember in the beginning when I first met him, I thought that I was pregnant, and I made him like this poster, and like it was like a scrapbook poster. And I remember I didn't see him for his birthday and Christmas, and he was coming over for something, and I had a little cupcake, and I asked him before he came, I was like, do you like chocolate cupcakes or vanilla cupcakes better? And he's like, chocolate. So I had a chocolate one, and I had decorations everywhere, and he didn't even realize it. And he was just like, I was like, so, I thought he was going to be able to spend time with me. And he's like, okay, I got to go. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So it was like, I did so many fucking, I made him poems. I sang to him on his voicemail a song that was like dedicated to me from him, but indirectly, but we both know that he was doing it, which there's nothing wrong with that. I deserve at least something, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I was trying to write a poem for Father's Day, and I couldn't put it all together, and it wasn't completed. So I pretty much just gave him all the scrap paper so he could just see. I gave him a Father's Day card, and I was going to take him out race cars, like go do race cars, because he likes cars. I've done so much for this man, and it's never been seen, but he does not understand what to prioritize, what he should leave, what is not good for him, and money. But when that's how you are brought up, and your worth in your family and your friends is by how much you make, which is why you also give your money away, because you want to make it look like you can, and you'll still be okay, and you'll still have a smile on your face. I'm not saying he does that, but people do that. They want to make it look like they have money where they can give you money. And it's like, then you're fucked. But you're giving these people that don't give a fuck about you, or don't pay you on time, or don't pay you at all. Like, I've bought him clothes when something that's really fucked up happened, and I didn't do anything about it. And there's so many times I had that I could have brought up everything, and I never did. Never. And I think to myself, like, why didn't you say this? Like, you had the chance. And it's like, because I just wanted to be with him. Do his toenails, because nobody else can do it. Like, I even say, like, why don't you go to the doctors for this? And he's like, because nobody else can do it. Like, they don't know, like, you're the only one. Like, so I do it for him, because he's always on his feet. So if you have ingrown toenails, like, that fucking hurts. And I see how deep they go in his fucking, no. So I'm like, all right, you may do them. Fuck it. Like, yeah, it takes time out of, cuddling or watching a movie or, whatever, but we make the best out of it. Unfortunately, he was talking to me, And he would, whatever, but he was on his fucking phone. And that bothers me for other reasons too. Like, I don't care if he's on his fucking phone, but there's other things that trigger me when he is doing it. But I'm like, who are you talking to? And he's like, oh, my cousin, we're talking about work things. It's like, the fuck you mean you're talking about work things? But he's also obsessed with fucking work. So of course he's going to do that. And his cousin knows that. Like, he's literally distracting him from the moments that we're having, from the talks that we're having, because they're not being paid attention to. What's being attention to is money, work, the people that he's used to paying attention to, and not letting himself be pampered, not letting himself be nurtured, not letting himself be taken care of or loved. So, I don't know if I said what I was trying to say with whatever that was. So anyways, so Labor Day weekend. I don't think I'm going to ever hear from him again. I'm okay with it. I have closure. I've accepted the way things are. I just want to make sure that somebody knows how to help him when he needs it, because I'm the only one that knows how. So, thank you. The only person that I've ever met or would feel comfortable with reaching out to, and also know that that's my person's go-to, like, my go-to person thinks that is his person. Like, if he needs anything, like, this person will be the one that's there for him. It's like, he's another guy. Like, he has a family. Like, he is not going to give a fuck, because he's benefiting off of you being single, or not having a girl in your life, or not even being happy, Because if you're happy, you're going to do more of the things that are making you happy. So if you're miserable, you're going to want to feel accepted and validated from everybody else. And not because you need that or you're weak, but because you're unhappy. And that gives you like an ego boost for like that, 5, 10 hour, 2 hours that you're with that person. Then you go home and you're lonely again. And you're overthinking, and you have anxiety, and you can't sleep. It's like, okay, but you come over here and you sleep like a fucking baby, and I cuddle with you, and I fucking play with you, like, in the middle of the night, or in the morning. Like, he left raw. Like, I'm so mad. Like, I came home from dropping off my son, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play with you before you go. No, I was like, what time do you need to leave so I can wake you up? Because I had to work. And he told me and everything. And I was like, all right, because I'm always his alarm clock too. And so I was like, all right. And then I was like, well, how much sooner should I wake you up so I can like fuck you, so I can like suck your dick? Sorry. And so he gave me like a time. So then when it was time, he's like, girl, you think that I'm gonna still be able, he's like, I'm not a machine. It's like, well, fucking obviously you are. Here it is. Because I didn't ask you to move that, because I know you're on your feet all fucking day. You have ingrown hairs. You fucking have cancer. You have seizures. You don't take care of your fucking self. And if you're too weak and you just came here from work, and I'd rather you relax rather than carry that heavy fucking headboard, I'd rather you relax. Then he's showing me that he's building something, and I'm like, but you didn't even, whatever. And he's like, oh, well, I hurt my back, da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, so why are they asking you to help and do that? And you have a bad back and you wouldn't do it for me, why wouldn't you say anything? And if they know you have a bad back, or you pulled your back or something happened with his back, I was like, why would they just let you relax? Like, why don't they let you just relax? Stop asking you for everything and go, 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 go. Like, you're gonna fucking your body's gonna fucking break down at some point. I'm not a machine. Yeah, well, you are when we fuck. I have no idea how he can do that. Because he's tired. Like, I don't even know. I've been doing the work lately, which is fine. I start doing the work. But I want to. So it's okay. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Um, mm. I just love rubbing him in his arms and like his legs and massaging his feet and rubbing his back and doing his shoulders and his whole tension just like. Then you leave and you're all fucked up. Have fun. You're not affecting me that way, or at least not anymore. Because he knows that sex would. When I would go to leave, he'd pop up and want to fucking fuck. And then he'd be like, all right, I got her. And then he'd go off and do his own thing and ignore me again. And I didn't understand it then. So I took it really fucking personal. And I don't take shit personal anymore, which is a lot of the reason why I can go through the things I do and be okay with it. Because I know it's them, it's not me. That's your fucking problem. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. So I'm like, why are they asking you to help? Or why are they not saying, no, we don't want you to help because you're fucking tired, because you just worked, because you just hurt your back? Who the fuck? That is not loving somebody. That is taking advantage of them because they know you will fucking say yes. Because you're a good fucking person and you're actually an empathetic. I can't think of what it, empathetic, whatever. You're an empath. Like, he sucks up everybody else's energy, and I feel it when he's here with me. 642. I did it again. I feel it. I feel it all within his body, and I try to take as much out as I can before he leaves. And that's why he feels so good. And then he's with people and he's in the situations that people told him to go and be in and guide him into and lead him down the wrong path. And it's like, what the fuck? So, Labor Day weekend, I message his cousin and I say, I just want to give you, there was other stuff, but pretty much at the end of the day, I was like, I want to give you my phone number because he's all the way, he's like 45 minutes away from me. But if he's up near me and nobody can help him, like, here's my phone number. Like, don't ever feel like you can't, like, whatever. Like, if he needs me at all, anytime, or if nobody else can help him, don't feel like you can't reach out to me because I will be there in a second. I will be there. Even if it's down there, I will be there. I will be there. So, and I even asked if he could, like, ask his wife if it was okay for me to talk to him out of respect. You know what I mean? I told him how much my person loved his daughter and how much, like, he loved her singing and, like, I sing. I do stuff like that. And I was like, oh, maybe one day, like, if I ever did meet them, I always did because he would my person would talk about them and show me videos. And he's so proud of her. And just like the lighting up of his face about his niece or cousin or whatever he calls her, second cousin, it's like I was telling his cousin this, and I was saying, like, this, that, and the other, and kind of giving him his triggers so he knows if something happens, this is why he's acting this way, and this is how you help him. Those are text messages I fucking sent, all right? I asked if it was okay if I could talk to him. I asked his wife if it was okay if I could talk to him. It was about his cousin, who he supposedly loves, and my person confides in him, thinks that he cares about him the most, and that's his rock or ride or die. He can always go to them, okay? Family knows the most about my person, knows how he feels about me truly, knows the things that he tells him about me are true when they're good. And this motherfucker, my person, calls me flipping the fuck out. I didn't give you permission to message my cousin. No shit, I wasn't looking for your fucking permission. It wasn't about me asking for your permission to do that because you weren't, obviously it was either he was going to tell him or he wasn't. You know what I mean? And it wasn't meant for him to know. That's not my point. That wasn't why I did it. I wasn't trying to get attention so he would come and talk to me. No, it was legit for his safety, for his health, for him. He calls me, and I am so nervous to pick up the phone because all he does is yell at me when he calls me. And I'm just like, okay, this is either going to be really bad or it's going to be beneficial. And I'm like thinking, it can't be bad. Like, there's no fucking way. Flipping the fuck out. Flipping the fuck out. He tells me he's going to put me in a body bag. For caring about what? Like, who is making you see this in a totally different, delusional way? Who is the person that I sent the message to? Oh my God, she's so ridiculous. I can't believe she messaged me. I can't believe she's saying this. And she even brought up my daughter. Like, who the fuck does that? Somebody that does not want you to have happiness. Somebody that does not want you to have that type of person that they are seeing that you are with another person, that you want to be miserable because you are. You don't have the same relationship with your wife or girlfriend or whoever that he can have and he will have. No, he might not. I don't know. It's up to him. But I was like dumbfounded. I was so scared that I went to the police station. I got a restraining order. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And then I actually called him because it was weekend. And I called him on Sunday and I was like, don't even go. I was like, I don't want you to have a charge. I was like, I don't want to never, ever have the chance of never talking to you again if we ever were. I was like, I just don't want you to have another charge on your record. I care about you. I want you to be successful. I want you to have good things in life. And if you have charges or you have a bad rep or something like that, and you have a restraining order on your thing, like, it's not going to look good when you're trying to have a better career and move forward in your life. So I didn't do it. I didn't show up. And it's not a good thing that it's not that it's not a good thing. It's just there's a reason why it's not really good on my part. It has nothing to do with, like, him. It just doesn't look good that I didn't show up. But anyways, so later on, I tell him, I can get you out of this. I'm the only person that can get you out of this where you're not going to have to pay your lawyer. You're not going to have to take a day out of work. You're not going to have to waste your gas. Well, no, he would actually have to use his gas to come down here, even if I did help him. But I did everything. I called the courthouse, and they had dropped it with our thing. But Commonwealth and the police station took over and charged him. So even though I didn't have it go forward for the sake of loving him and wanting him to have a good life and move forward to success, so I didn't have that on his record because it would have went on his record. Girls always fucking do shit like that, or rape or fucking whatever, and it's like, because they're mad that you didn't fucking be with them, or da-da-da-da. It's like, bitch, you're a fucking cunt. You're ruining somebody's life. You're a fucking cunt. I hate fucking girls. Anyways. I'm not a normal girl, okay? Like, I'm not like the rest. I don't know one person that I've ever met that is like me in a certain type of way. Like, I feel like literally, like, unless you really do fucking piss me off, I'm like the nicest person in the world. And I have a reason why I think that as well. But if you've had problems with me, it's because you were a problem. And I had to take scissors and cut you off. And if I didn't, you're fucking lucky. But I definitely eventually did, because I did. Like with everybody. So, ready?